I've got mine right here. I'm about to do mine. But yeah, no.
Oh, I
The
guess
thing
I can go.
about it
Yeah, I
is
can do that.
the
No one
kids.
knows what I'm doing over here. My camera's malfunctioning.
The
Oh
problem with
no.
it is these kids. You got to go the opposite way. My daughter, I got her watching Aquaman. I got her watching Spider Man and his Amazing Friends and the '80s Spider Man. It's the slower
Well,
animation. That's what'll get the kids.
see, the thing that his whole thing was is that he was actually real pissed off that it was DC.
Mm,
Like now, since the Black Panther Batman fucking fiasco,
hmm
Oh yeah.
that's what where we were like, here's a Batman toy. He's like, it's Black Panther. We were like, nope, nope. We got to tell you who Batman is. He's got to tell you. And then like we both like laughed. We're like, in a world where Black Panther is recognized by a little white kid before Batman, the liberal agenda, guys, pound it, liberal agenda, guys.
And with that, guys,
But
we're gonna welcome you into our stream today. Today's gonna be a little bit different. We're two people down. Unfortunately, both of them are under the weather. We are sending much love and healing to both of them. Please, Guy in the hospital, Michael at home, take care of yourself. Be careful.
yeah, get better, guys. We
'Cause,
love you.
Too
yeah,
bad.
this shit gets serious. Anyway, tonight's gonna be a little more informal. You in the chat and my players here, you're going to be able to ask, we're going to do kind of an Ask Me Anything about the world of Jaid and Ashe, about the founding of the game, the way the rules work, and anything you guys want to know. So please, if you're joining us, please stay up in the chat because I can see it, my friends can see it, and we will pass any questions along.
And we'll talk to you live in the chat as well. We'll pop over on into there. I know I can at least. Got no problem with that. Just
Absolutely.
getting set up here now, guys. Give me 1 second. Hey, everyone.
So with that, I'll say, y'all got any questions? Hmm.
You talking to us? Because like, how do we get out of this place? Why does every man need to have a jet? Why does every man need to have a jet?
All
Can I
right.
franchise in the jungle? Can I franchise another?
So, if you were going to try to franchise in the jungle, you'd have to get on Bugstead. One. Two. Why does he need a jet? Because he is a Draken, and as you well know, Draken do not have access to Ashe. They live
Don't
in a
they have
technological
access to
world.
like items and shit or people? But he
They
always works alone.
they are technologically advanced. You guys are the freaks walking through making magic come out of everywhere. Every
Boo.
Draken rolls Ashe with disadvantage.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying like he can't just have like a nice little buddy. Like, where's his teleporting Alfred?
Uh,
Where's, I mean,
so what you're
Alphonse.
asking for is
Alphonse.
where's his Kato? Who's the guy that drives
Okay.
his truck?
Or are you not even trying to like where's the watchtower? We gotta get we gotta get every man connected. Right now he's out here working the streets by himself.
Yeah.
We gotta take him to a circus or two. We gotta
But every man is just the question of Zoro in Draken territory. What does that look like, and how much fun can we have with it?
Zorro and okay, Zorro. I was thinking Batman the whole time.
Well, see, here's the thing:
Zorro's Batman.
Batman is Zoro, is the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Right,
I see it.
Yeah.
right.
The actual term is fop. He plays an effeminate fop during the day in order to be a dark and brooding vigilante at night.
Dun,
Part
dun,
of his
dun.
cover is the fact that that guy can't be Batman. That guy's gay. That's the original. That's the original way it was written.
And
Oh,
that's
there's
not
lots
true,
of
old
that
chum.
there. Uh,
It's Bruce Wayne. He could never,
Yeah.
go out and fix a car. He'd never go out and fix a car.
yeah, you tell that to Adam West, sir.
Right?
R.I.P.
But see, that's why they had to pull Batman so far away. But Zorro, to this day, they will still play Zorro as a feat.
Zorro is amazing. Like, I want to be real. I have always loved the mystique and wonder of the fox. Like, Zorro is just like such an amazing message to the people of, revolutionary Mexico at the time. And
Oh
I
yeah.
love that, like, that was like weirdly adapted by like white people in like in cinema. Like, they were like, yes, yes, give us
Yeah.
some of that. We love this. It's like
Oh,
Batman.
I wanted. There was supposed to be a Mexican produced Zorro with Gael Bernard Garcia as Zorro, and I can't find any news about it. It like was supposed to come out in 2015 as the paper was released in 2012, but it never fucking happened, and I'm so disappointed because I need it in my life.
Yeah, the
Zorro's
last
at
thing I
work.
heard about
Yeah.
Zorro was
Now we
something.
have Wilmar Valderrama's gonna do a Zorro
Yeah, is he? Is he still doing it?
with Disney.
Oh,
Disney
okay.
still has the rights to that shit.
What doesn't Disney have the rights to besides DC?
My soul. Yeah, go ahead, Disney. It's on the
Right?
board. Go ahead and buy it for any price that you want. I don't even know how to curse.
Let me put it this way. Eventually, you'll need another voice.
Oh, you?
Stay well. Um, but yeah, it would have been so good. Have you ever seen Zorro the Gay Blade?
Yes.
No,
I know I made you
no.
watch it. I know I made Ezra watch it, but Zorro
Well,
the
I
Gay
got a
Blade,
laptop, kids. If this takes me somewhere,
It's
it's great. George Hamilton plays Zorro and his brother Bunny.
Bunny.
Bunny Bunny joined the Navy when he went to the military. They both
Bueno,
find out that their father was Zorro.
well, it's literally the first thing as soon as I type in Zorro the
Yeah,
1981.
it is so beautifully offensive. But the best part of it is he wears a different colored Zorro outfit in every scene.
No, no.
is that the one where he wears a pink one?
He wears a pink one, and he's not great with his sword, but he's dynamite with a whip.
Fantastic.
And so like it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, but the most offensive when you look at it now. Like it definitely needs a reboot.
I'm looking at one of
Yeah.
the original playbills for it, and I think it would have fit today's list. It's called Zexy,
Yeah,
Zany, Sensational, Sensational.
hands down. Because
Zesty.
at the end of the movie, the gay guy is the hero. Through the whole film, he's the only person that doesn't have to change because there's nothing wrong with him from jump. Everybody else has to figure this shit out. And some of the scenes, like when that bitch is hitting on him and he is not having it.
Oh, this is
George
just.
Hamilton is Don Diego Vega, Zorro, Bunny Wigglesworth, and Ramon Vega.
His butler's the deaf mute. It's everything that you want about Zorro,
Oh, I did miss the death mute. It's the one thing that was missing from the Antonio Banderas one.
right?
So
But they didn't know how to do it.
I love it. I hate Sir Anthony Hopkins in that movie. Is it like it's like it makes no damn sense, but I love him. I just love him for just sitting there cracking a whip over fucking candles. Whack.
Right?
Anthony Hopkins and Sean Connery in a room like, I'm a Spaniard.
Uh, with that having
I'm
a
from
Scottish
I'm
accent.
from Egypt. I'm the Highlander from Egypt. Remember that, kids.
Uh, that was also another nice outfit.
Mm.
That's a wonder. There, so I work at Red Fair. Come to the Pittsburgh Red Fair, guys. There's a guy who looks just like him who comes in that outfit, and I like see him, I'm like, man, if I was dressed like that guy, I would go around trying to pay for shit with like one single pearl earring. Like, only nowadays you'd have to pay with two inflation. Yeah,
No, it's the haggle.
bust the clasp off. I'm keeping this.
I'm keeping the hook.
Should have brought a knife to a gunfight.
Oh man.
Any other questions for us before I just ramble on? Oh shit, it's just me now. It's just me.
I know one question that Guy has asked before that we answer is what really inspired the building of the game. And I'll tell you, it's two different stories. One, I was in high school and I had this dream about an angel who was bloodied and covered in arrows falling out of the pearly gates and down to earth. And from that, the kind of mythos of Ashe got built around it. Like, who was that angel? Why was he fighting? Where was he going to? Why would he make that choice to go against the other angels who were chasing him down? Like, what was going on there? And so that kind of built the mythos. And then when I decided to make this a game, I was playing a particular MMO. I'm not going to name it, but I'll say it
Redacted.
was an older scribes type of game. And while I was
Smooth.
playing it, I joined a guild, and it was a lot of fun. I played with these guys for months, but I always had a helmet on. My character always had a helmet on because that's just how I rocked, Mandalorian style. One day, I'm with the guild leader, and we're going on missions. And for some reason, we're like chatting, and he took his helmet off, so I took mine off. And he lost his shit, called me every name under the sun that wasn't Christian. I mean, he's why you look like that? You look like a monkey. Why you so ugly? Whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, guy? And then I look at his username, and his username is fucking Moon Cricket, another racial slur. So I started telling him, I was like, why are you like this? Like, we were having fun. I saved your ass. I play a tank healer. I saved your ass. Why are you doing this? He's just like, don't get me wrong. I'm not racist. I just sometimes throw rocks at Mexicans. And at that moment, I was like, I need to be able to be as much of a nerd as I want to be my full self in these fantasy and these futuristic games without having to worry about this. So I need a game that gatekeeps them out for me. So I made this game where if you don't like black people, too fucking bad. Black and brown people are the superpower in the world. The same way the United States and Russia and China are our superpowers, it is the African state, the Latino state, and the Asian states that have power. You don't like trans people? Well, too bad. If you go deep enough into space, the orcs are druids who are trans reverent. Everybody in their society that has a position of power has to be trans, not from like law, but from tradition. That's how they look at the world. There is a place for everybody in Ashe, and the planet we play on has such a unique placement in that universe that aliens from all over can land on this planet and nobody bats a fucking eye. So that rant is why we made the game.
Ashe.
And Ashe, for those of you who don't know, is to translate this into nerd, it is the way of the Force as translated through the Orisha. The Orisha are
You
the African pantheon of gods, same way there were Norse pantheon and Greek pantheons. But the African pantheon has this concept of inner life and flow that goes through all things, whether it be a rock, a computer, a human being, an animal. We all are made of this same energy, and that energy is Ashe. And that's the essence of the world. Everything in it is made of the same stuff. So all of that and fuck spell slots. That's why we made the game.
Thank you for all of it, but mostly that. Thank you.
There's so many aspects of this game that I love that have ended up making it in my own personal homebrews that I play. That I think a
So
lot of people are going to find like very exciting and very,
as
very
players,
invigorating.
let me ask you,
Like
what are your
the
favorite
training.
aspects?
Oh, yeah, training. Straight up.
Yeah. Especially
Training.
now. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say because training, it's so good because like it really makes you feel like you're like on that like Goku journey. Because like you were taking your, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm using my food. I'm taking my time, and I am training. I am working on myself, and I'm bringing myself up not just like on a level where I gotta fight 1,000,000 goblins or do 1,000 fetch quests, but I am working on myself, which is a nice thing to see. Normally, you gotta like try to fight some sort of crazy accomplishment. This way, you can focus on an actual goal and achieve it. And I love the roll-a-ramas. That's what I call it. Wherever or you've seen our DM here set a nice little like time frame, and we just start trying to roll to see how many 20s we can get in a certain limited time. That's how you do the trainings. And it's just it's invigorating. She's like rolling one time. What's better than rolling one time? Rolling a bunch, rolling a bunch, rolling a bunch. And that's what I think my personal favorite new mechanic is. There's a lot of them. That's just my number one.
And Ezra, what would you say is something you truly enjoyed?
Oh, hands down, it's the magic system. um, you've created such a easy to understand, streamlined version of a mana pool that it's just so entertaining to cast spells. And not only that, but just being able to create your own unique spell, particularly for your character. It's it really helps to create an identity for your character because you're not limited to what's been handed to you. You have options. You have a means of expanding upon. It's a great system. Um, of course, I do love training too. That's always fantastic. Um, Potion making is always fun. And it's just fun to explore. You've created this terrific world, honestly, from the Valar to the Draken to the human world, whose name I never remember because I'm terrible with names. Um, it's just a fun
The
place
which
to be.
ones?
The human world. We
Oh,
haven't been there yet, so it's not like as familiar as like Draken or Valar, especially the Valar. um, that was fun.
for the
Especially the Valar.
so before we started the stream, they spent a large amount of time in the massive underwater city of Baknara, where the Valar exist. Now, the Valar are an underwater race of all female warriors. So think of the Amazonians at the bottom of the ocean, in the ocean. But they have males, and their males all live in freshwater, where they take care of the children. They are the domestic work. that provides for the army that lives in the ocean. And
Sure.
whenever they mate in brackish water.
It's a complex society, to say the least, but it's fun. There was racing challenges and underwater dungeons, interesting characters, property to buy, which is also something I don't think a lot of D&D characters do. I know, I mean, you got your keep,
Look,
but like,
we got lost for months in our venture. Like normally, Jared doesn't try to railroad us and all, but he definitely was like, "And you're done. You're getting out of this restaurant." I'm like, "But wait, we're providing for the community and giving people jobs and all."
like by the way, the world
Like,
is ending,
Yeah.
guys.
but
It's not
these
the
people
first
needed
time I
the.
had to remind them. There was the time you guys spent so long trying to get into Thunderfist Academy that you didn't realize the entire city was gone.
Fair point.
Hey, we're not the ones that got their asses handed to them by Thunder,
They should have let us in.
right?
Should have let us in faster. Told him it was important.
Oh man.
I gotta say that speaking as the guy that put a lot of this together, my favorite thing is the career system because like I was watching Family Guy when I was like 15 on the DVDs. And Seth MacFarlane said something on there that stuck with me. And it's the average person changes their career like 5 times in their lifetime. But when you play a D&D character, you can multi-class, but you're always a paladin. Like people will always talk to you like you're still part of your order. Like and the only way to get out of it is to be an oath breaker and to change completely from who you were as a character. But sometimes, you start off life as a samurai and you end up a sushi chef, then you end up a pirate.
Happens. Happens.
Like shit
Like there's
happens.
like there's a specific person you were referencing, but wow.
I think I'm referencing One Piece, but I don't watch a lot of anime. I'm an American animation guy. I cannot say.
Oh Lord.
He said, "Is this a One Piece reference? Is this a One Piece reference?"
Is this
I
the
don't
One Piece?
know.
Yeah.
You know, is this the One Piece? Is it real? Is this the one?
No.
You want to talk
Come.
about Shira? We can go. Shira is the gayest thing I have ever watched and enjoyed, and I include lesbian porn. It is a fantastic cartoon that if you haven't put it in your face, you should watch it.
I'm sorry. We need to go back like 2 spaces. What was that one you just said? Let's be
You heard
informed.
exactly what he said.
Yeah, you heard me. I said Shira is the gayest thing I have ever watched and enjoyed, and I'm including lesbian porn.
Oh, see,
Ally.
I heard something different.
No, no, I'm talking about the fact that this cartoon ends with all of these chicks beating the shit out of the guy with the bisexual flag. Like it just power bombs them out of the room. It's a good cartoon.
That was a fantastic cartoon. It literally ends with the power of love saving everything.
hmm Although I don't like the message of if you love a crazy bitch, just keep loving her, and she might eventually be okay. Like,
Hey, that involves self work, okay?
look, Katra needed therapy,
Yeah. I was gonna say
I
that's a
hated
real
her. I
thing.
hated her so much.
and Scorpia deserved so much better. I'm glad she's with Perfuma.
Oh,
Anyway,
absolutely. That was a no.
hmm
Hate Catra.
I feel sorry for Catra. I hate Shadow Weaver.
Hey, you could have two things. Oh yeah, Shadow Weaver's a terrible person, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
I am
yeah,
the anime person. I do not watch American. I do not.
Okay,
I feel
I
like now I am the one out of the loops. I am the
I,
one out
I,
of the loop.
I highly recommend She-Ra. It's freaking fantastic. Um,
Wasn't this made by freaking my main man, Silent
no,
Bob
this
himself?
no,
This isn't
what's
Silent Bob's one? Okay.
no. That's He
no?
Man. That's He Man Revelations.
Okay.
Yes,
That's what I was
that was
thinking.
also
Yeah,
fantastic.
that was good too. No, She-Ra
I
is
heard that
straight
like it was
like
like weirdly recepted. Like people were like, ew.
people are
That
always ew when it comes to Kevin Smith.
But I love him.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
He's
good.
exactly.
like my dad. He's
Yeah, it was
he's
good.
not like my dad. If my dad's like, he's nothing like me. He's
He
nothing
just he just did some things that you know I guess normal people wouldn't like, but I thought they were interesting changes.
People were expecting him to do a reboot, and what he did was a sequel, and they didn't like that. It
Well,
picks
that's
up
silly.
right from the end of the original He-Man.
It's kind of
But
gangster, actually.
it was really good.
And who dare speak against Mark Hamill as Skeletor?
What the fuck I'm
I know
saying?
fools, fools,
Well,
fools,
first of all,
fools.
just who dare speak against Mark? I already agree. Who dare speak against Mark Hamill? Enough said. Enough said. As even better, but you didn't need to go any further than that. Didn't need to go any further.
So, um, speaking of the royalty that is Mark Hamill, how do you guys feel about his like farewell to Joker?
Isn't this the second or third time we've seen that?
Yeah, but the
Well, no,
difference
because
is the way they always got him back was is Kevin doing it.
Fuck you. You're right. God damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay,
I
yeah,
know,
no, that actually hit way harder than I goddamn realized it would.
I know, and so this time when he was like, I can't do it without Kevin, it kind of like, yeah, this is it. This is the last of it. And I understand it. It's a partnership. It's the friendship we always wished Batman and Joker had, but it never was Batman and Joker. Um,
Are you kidding me? The Joker probably showed up at Batman and Catwoman's wedding, gave the best man speech, and
if
left. And
nothing
Dick
else, the
Grayson was
Joker.
there next to him, pissed.
If nothing else, the Joker snuck in as the caterer and swished all the chicken with fish. Like we already know it. That's
This is your day,
so good.
Bats, but I'm getting one in.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
I love that. Apparently, Mark Hamill. You know where he first tried that out at?
L.A. traffic.
No, no. The voice. So legend has it. I've seen it in the Mark Hamill interview that he was working at Jack in the Box and he was in he decided to try it out for the first time in the headset of the drive-through, and they fired him. And that,
I can
he's
imagine.
like, so that voice was almost like never ever a thing because I was like, oh, I got fired from my burger job and tacos. God, I miss a Jack in the Box.
Oh
we
man,
God,
don't
I
have
don't.
any. We don't have any here.
No.
We don't have a Jack in the Box.
I don't know how to process that. That's horrible. I'm sorry.
Here they call Carl's Jr. Hardee's.
oh yeah.
That I knew.
East Coast is way different. Oh no,
I
boys,
you guys
the
like
suffering
you
is
guys have.
real. I can have none of it.
Oh, I know.
Like,
I feel so bad for your dietary restrictions.
yo,
They will be imposed on me one day. I can feel it. I can feel my body not being what it once was. I look down and I'm like, why is there more of it?
hmm
Right? I learned the hard way today that I can't drink milk, so you know.
Jesus.
you know how hard it is to avoid corn in America?
Oh
Yes,
my
actually,
God.
everything is made of corn, apparently.
Like,
Buenos mío.
Jesus
It's
fucking Christ.
corn. It's a big old lump with knobs. It has juice. I can't think of a more beautiful thing.
Strangely, not enough nutrients though, which is weird.
I
Hmm.
love ejole. I love like oh my god. No, I can't wait for spring. I want Mexican street corn in the summertime.
Yes,
I'm
please.
tired
I
of
can feel
I'm
that.
tired of this like I'm tired of this winter corn. I'm sorry that you can't. Now you're just getting me hungrier for the things we can't have.
It's
Name
okay.
more things.
You know what I miss?
Summer.
Cornmeal pancakes.
Ooh.
Pretty fire. Those are pretty dang.
Cornmeal bacon pancakes with some
Mm.
fresh frozen maple syrup. Not even good maple syrup. Log cabin. Some
You know what
Ooh.
my
cold
shit is
log
now?
cabin. Oof.
I got real bougie with my syrup now. I'm not gonna lie about it. If I want to impress, if I want to really go that extra mile, I don't even use maple anymore.
Hmm.
I go full out hickory syrup. It
Ooh.
just tastes like a smoky maple, and it's
Ooh.
Who are
the
you
I
problem
kidding?
would try that shit.
is it's expensive as fuck because you can't tap a tree. They take the bark and they boil it and then they fucking reduce it and then they add like a shit ton of sugar to it to make it fucking a syrup. But fucking a bottle about yay big is like $13. And like it's like enough for
Ah.
like
Nope.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm on that SNAP benefits. I can't afford that. But
Yeah, that's why I'm like I
guess
was
who's
like
in the
it's
chat,
like something I
guys?
can get like who? We got
It's
someone.
Guy.
We got a guy out here. And
How
the
you
answer
feeling,
is
Guy?
how are you feeling?
Yeah.
But you had an answer for him?
I did. The answer is I don't be watching that Food Network. I be cooking it up with love. And I love you, guy. What are you doing out here?
I'm solid.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Is
Oh
everything
man.
good? Are you feeling better or that's a
You
little
at home? Are you chilling? Are you chilling for the night?
So I guess at this point we should ask Guy. Do you have any questions? Waiting on the CAT scan. Oof.
Jeez, we love you. Get that cat scanned.
Yeah, man.
right? Oh.
You tell Fluffy to leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah. Every time I think of a cat scan, I just think of Friday Night Lights. And he's like, I got my cat scanned. They said I got a brain. I can play.
Ah. Oh shit.
Oh, we already covered that one. There was a lot of racism on older scribes online.
Dun, dun. Must have been the wind. Because it's the copyright enforcement people coming forward. Huh?
It's that
What was
one
that?
game. It's that one game that literally refuses to leave the snowy north. I mean, we're all kind of over the snowy north. How about something more like a desert where maybe a hammer fell? Or I don't know, something.
I
Oh
will
no!
say this. I'm terrified of it. I'm terrified it's going to end up mad offensive.
Oh, right. I mean, I don't
See,
want to ask, but you're
I
right.
want to
It could
I
go
want to
very
go to the
dark.
I want to go to that marsh. I want to go to the marsh so bad.
Hmm.
Take me home to Argonians. Yeah,
That would be a
like I will.
safer bet than trying to go to Hammerfell because I want them to go to Hammerfell, but if there isn't a couple of names that motherfuckers have to Google how to pronounce, it's not going to be a good game.
No, you better be like you like I would literally look at someone like while I was like streaming pause and be like, and I want to say thank God for voice actors because I wouldn't know how to say any of these guys' names. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Like for real.
Like full blessings, full blessings.
Blessings.
But that like so it's Do you know about the Dark or about the Marsh? Do you know about what they did during the Oblivion crisis?
No.
No.
I don't
Sorry,
know a
you
lot
know
of Elder Scrolls lore. I know
this
it's
is my
deep.
jam. This is my jam. No, so like, all right, the Oblivion crisis. There was a thing like Elder Scrolls, or Elder Scrolls 4
Yeah.
before Skyrim. There is there was this thing where the like main Daedric god was like, we're going full force, we're attacking the material plane. Started opening up gates to the material plane or to the Oblivion all across the world. When they got to the fucking marsh, they were pushed back because apparently the dark scales, who were like this like crazy part of the like the
The
there's
Shadow
the
Scales.
assassin bro, yeah, the shadow scales were all being called in by their Hissith trees, and they like essentially made like something in the Argonians all want to come home. Like a lot of Argonians ended up coming home and like brooding more, and they were just ready. They actually invaded Oblivion whenever the Oblivion gates opened, and Mehrunes Dagon had to close his invasion to them. It was like, nope,
Oh
nope,
shit.
we're not going there no more. Fuck these lizard people. Fuck these lizard people.
We are canceling the invasion.
Yeah, so it's
Oh, holy shit! Close that one.
no, yeah, those close those ones. No more over there. No
Fucking
more
hell.
over there. Oh shit. We're
First, this asshole becomes a giant dragon. Now this.
why
Can
pay
you
you
imagine
people
being the
for?
Argonians on the other side of the door when it closed? Just like this shit's mine now.
Yeah, you are mine.
Everybody who goes to hell has to pass through their landlord.
Oh my god.
Uh, Never again.
Take day.
Oh, I guess we should ask Guy. Guy, what is? We were talking about the best new systems that the game introduced. What's your favorite new system? If you're still available, please don't die. So just like in 5e, we can dual wield in this system, but as you train in any skill, it will increase. Whether you're training in martial or magic, it increases on the 20 on the progression scale. One die, two die, one die, two dice, three dice, four dice, five dice for the master level. So you can do a lot of random shit. All thanks to a friend of ours wanting to create a character who was half human, half dragon by way of assault, and therefore brooding. A certain vampire that two of us know, three of us know.
Huh.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Huh. That's a plot twist to a story.
yeah. You know, we did a lot of good work together.
Yeah. Is he coming back anytime soon?
I mean, of all the people we know who might be available on a Monday night, it could happen. It would be an interesting twist to the story, no matter what.
I think so.
I still feel bad about the last time we saw. We didn't even get to interact with Curtis's character whenever
Yeah.
he was here last time. But
Well,
the last time we
you had chances to. He decided not to.
at the last time we interacted with him, we fought him and I, I was like, I want to test out that mask, and I just like kept rolling like 20s into his like ones, and like it's like 3 in a row, and then we never saw him again. So like in my mind, I've always been like, I beat him up. Like I beat him up.
Maybe I went
I
too
beat him
far.
up and he left, and I feel real bad about it. I feel real bad about it.
And the next time you saw that mask, it was on another person.
And you're like,
Uh,
And if you remember, he told you you don't lose the mask until you die.
uh, well, that's a lot to unpack.
what?
So I guess I'll ask this: who's y'all's favorite NPC in the game so far?
Here's looking at you, Prinko. You know, I just gotta. He's my right hand man for me. For me personally, the guy did what I needed him to do. He stepped up. He manages the entire town of Freedom. Um, he is the bard in charge. He runs our armies. He runs our town.
He did
I
do
love
things
this
with
guy.
a certain flair, and he's now a single dad.
Right? Oh yeah.
my bad. Um, I saved
You
his life.
slut. Tina, you slut.
I saved his life.
It was a good idea, but I mean,
Terrible,
I.
terrible execution.
It makes
So,
things like new. I'm gonna pour it on the guy.
if anybody's wondering, okay, so we were invading a fortress that was mutating people. I got a potion from somebody that I thought was going to fix them, but instead it turned him into mulch, and literally he turned into like a bed of flowers. Um, so I used my magic and reanimated him into um I can't say Ent. What's the other one? Trent. Turned him into a Trent.
I think the technical term we're going to go for is Grootkin.
I basically made Groot.
He isn't Groot. That's
No,
no. That's just what he says over and I'm not Groot.
yeah.
It's a decision.
Not
I'm not
Groot.
Groot. I'm not Groot.
Oh
I'm
man.
not.
Um,
I'm not.
that being said, if I had to pick
Can
my
we
favorite,
copyright I'm not Groot? That would be
right?
fucked up. Can we copyright?
With just a different baby tree.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's not like it's, it looks like a palm tree or something,
Like
or maybe a
glasses.
Japanese maple.
Yeah.
This one's a bonsai.
It's got a little scoliosis, a little scoliosis. Kind of.
Okay. Um. Oh God, I don't know if you guys remember. Do you remember that farming couple we met? The one on the road.
When did they die?
No, they
No, I do remember. I know exactly what you're talking about.
the ones that made me transform him so he could bang his wife. Yeah, that was probably my favorite.
That's a G. That's a real
And
G right
the,
there.
Sometimes you just gotta spice it up.
it was just how he asked me to do it. It was great. I have to say so. That was fantastic improv.
Thank you.
Oh man.
I try to build interesting people into the world so that it feels like it's genuinely lived in.
Oh, and don't tell Guy, but Thunderfist.
Fist. Love Fist. Master
It's so
Fist is a
good.
great guy. I
Yeah,
cannot
I can
wait to
watch
be
it.
trained by his side.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wanted to make Ultimate Warrior mixed with Booker T.
who succeeded.
Oh my god, side tangent. Have you guys seen any of the Ultimate Warrior documentary?
No.
No.
Oh my god.
Really?
It's oh yeah, you gotta watch it. There is like so apparently the reason essentially why like we didn't get Ultimate Warrior anymore, like why he was gone, was he just like started getting like real weird and like couldn't handle shit and was way into drugs and everything else. But apparently he like shoved some kid at an airport, and the only reason like people found out about it is because that kid was like an executive's kid.
Oh
So they were
no.
like, oh, it like there's like footage in the documentary of him like taking multiple takes trying to like film an apology. It's like Vince McMahon going like, no, you need to do this. Get him out here, whole sound stage. Yeah, no, yeah, you're doing it. Look, yeah, I mean, look, you're gonna have to say you're sorry. You can mean it or not, but I'm gonna need you to look like you do. Cut a promo, but you say you're sorry. You say it. Yeah, look,
Yeah.
look, what you did was wrong. That's why I'm asking you to say you're sorry. So, yes. What? When Vince
Wow.
McMahon is asking
When
is
Vince
asking you to
McMahon
say
is the
sorry.
voice of reason, you know you
Yeah.
fucked up.
Look, you can't push children when people are watching.
Yeah.
It's something. I don't know. I've never ever in my life thought I would hear Vince McMahon was the voice of reason.
Worried about you. Worried about you, Chandler. That's like that's bad.
Oh man.
That's real bad.
Yeah, that's insane. Oh, speaking of documentaries, I need to get this out here because not enough people have watched it. Have you guys seen on Hulu? It's called The Summer of Soul.
I've heard of it, but I
No.
haven't seen it.
It's so freaking good, and the fact that it took 60 years for this documentary to come out just hurts my soul.
Holy
And
shit.
um, the fact that it also it won an Oscar, and it didn't get its chance to shine because the year it won, somebody slapped someone else across the face. Um, really,
Huh.
really irritated me. Yeah, no, it that whole incident took away from
Oh.
like one of my all-time favorite documentaries, and it was something that should have gotten the recognition it deserved, but it didn't. Summer of Soul. It's about the proper name. I think it's the Harlem Soul Festival.
Hmm.
Um, and it's amazing. Like just seeing the lineup and seeing them actually perform, even if it's for a couple of minutes. It's such an amazing documentary, and I really hope enough people see it because kids today do not listen to music properly. There, I said it.
Kids these days.
I
That's
can't
your Uncle
blame the
Lester for you
kids.
there.
I blame the parents. I blame the parents
I
hands
do
down.
blame the parents. Y'all
Uh,
should know better. Shame,
Blame
my
the
little girl likes
kids.
the Pixies, so it's all about what you play for them.
right?
My
Like
my
I'm addressing millennials specifically. There is music before 1985.
No, dude, I had a girl actually break up with me, and part of the reason she left me, she was like, "I just want to be with someone who listens to music that was made after the '80s." And I was like, "But I listen to Genuine."
No, she didn't.
I mean, there's look. The '60s is a great time for music. The '70s is a great time for music. Goddamn, '80s is a wonderful time for music. '90s, amazing time for music.
Yeah,
Early 2000s, pretty freaking good. Uh, uh,
there's a song that came out.
2010.
I've I've
I'm
been old a
sorry for
long time. I can't do it.
2004.
You know who's good? That Trombone Shorty. If you haven't heard some Trombone Shorty, and I'll say this to anybody who is watching that enjoys dungeon crawling music,
Mm.
Black Violins.
Yeah, we love
Ooh,
them. We
Black
love black
Violins.
violins.
That's the original soundtrack to this campaign. They have some dope fucking violin boss music.
See, I was gonna be like, they have some dope attorneys, and we're not allowed to use their music until we
Yeah.
strike a deal with them. Black File is, please work with us. Work with us.
So next stream, we're gonna get that donation chart up. If you guys want to help us get real good, some dope music, please donate.
Please.
Music, but we should be having some music in the backgrounds here
Coming
very
soon.
soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Boom, boom,
We're
boom.
getting there.
Say again, Ezra.
I said we're getting there.
Yeah.
You know. Sorry.
Slow and steady wins the race. That I'm pretty sure the tortoise chloroformed the rabbit. They can't prove it, but I believe.
I love which on random. What's your favorite Aesop's fable?
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, I've always enjoyed the ant and the grasshopper, but someone also mentioned that the grasshopper is basically a mooch. That's kind of a
Grasshopper's a
generous.
mooch. I always loved the grasshopper and the octopus.
I thought so. Aesop, Boy Who Cried Wolf. It's the one that I constantly tell children. I teach preschool. Don't tell nobody. But when I'm with the kids and one of the kids is looking me in the face and lying through their fucking teeth, I'm like, okay, all right, kids, let's tell a story. Let's learn about the boy who cried wolf. I found out recently I can't tell them that the wolf eats the child at the end of the story. I have told a lot of kids that that wolf ate him for lying. You can't do
You're
that.
allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. I think you're
I'm
allowed to
allowed
do
to do
that
that to
somewhere.
my
Fair.
kids.
That is fair.
I tell I tell the dark version of the stories whenever I tell them.
That's so you
Like, what do
gotta
you
start out. You start out preschool. I'm gonna need you to sign this permission slip. It just allows me to tell your children that wolves can eat them.
Yeah.
That's
right? Like,
basic stuff. It's the
what are you
basic
supposed
knowledge
to tell the
package.
kids?
It's the
Like,
basic
the wolf
knowledge.
stole his shoes. There you go. And that
I
wolf,
see.
that
I'd be a
evil
little
wolf,
kid like I hate shoes. That's great.
Yeah.
No,
right?
that wolf does. No.
God, okay.
No, so there's two that I love. There's two that one I use all the time. It's so fucking obscure. It's the fox and the grapes. And
Hmm.
I know that, like I said, no one knows what the fuck that means. But I always am like, oh, don't be a fox in the grapes, or I'll be like, oh, I'm being a fox in the grapes right now. It's the story of a fox who's like, oh wow, there's some lovely grapes like up in this vineyard, and he can't reach them to save his fucking life. And after like half a day of trying it, he just gets pissed off and he's like, those grapes are probably fucking sour anyway. They're piece of shit grapes. And then he leaves. Doesn't get any, but like he just gets real salty about it. And it's like, don't be salty because like you couldn't achieve the thing.
Yeah.
Like they're probably still good. The other is the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That actually comes from God. It was like the creator asked all the creation to bring their babies, and he was going to have a weirdo cute baby contest. He's like, who's got the cutest baby in existence? And they all laughed at the orangutan. They were like, get out of here, orangutan. Your baby's ugly as shit. She said, what are you talking about? My baby's beautiful. This is the most beautiful thing in the world. And I was like, yeah, eat that, God. That God. Like,
Nice.
God's like, I guess, but I'm still like, hold my last place. Last place. Like,
Moving on. Ugh.
Oh, wait. Okay. So my favorite are always telling, like, God, what are they called? Nursery rhymes. You know, like London Bridge is falling down,
Mm-hmm.
falling down, falling
okay, yeah,
down.
like a little
Like,
fucked
I
up
love to
weird
play those
story.
with kids, but like low-key, I also know what they're about, so it's kind of funny.
Excellent. It's like,
Ring
But at
around
some
the
point,
rosy. Life is
at
fleeting
some
and you'll
point,
die.
but seriously, at some point, one of them is just going to ask me, what's that about, or where did that come from? Well,
ugh.
back in the olden days, the Dark Ages, as they're called, people were really gross and inappropriate.
It's like, I won't say it on the stream, but that's like whenever I found out what Dancing in the Moonlight was written about.
Uh,
Changed my life.
wait, what's Dancing in the Moonlight about?
Go Google it. You Google that. That's the.
One
I always
moment.
knew to say
He's
that.
not one.
No.
It's really fucking morbid. It's really fucked up.
Is it about like someone dancing with a corpse?
No.
Um,
Oh. Oh. Huh. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Oh God. Oh.
oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead and
Huh.
Google that. Go
Hmm.
ahead.
Recovering from gang violence. Interesting.
It's always interesting to find out where these things come from. Like my dad used to get so mad at me if I did eeny meeny miny mo.
Mm.
Okay, I'll bite. Why?
Cause the original rhyme is eeny meeny miny mo. Catch a nigger by a toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny meeny miny mo. That shit, I remember we had a whole sermon at my church about how that song "Do Your Chain Hang Low, Do It Wobble to the Floor" is racist because uh, Confederate soldiers used to cut the ears and penises off of black Union soldiers and escaped slaves and wear them around their necklace and sing that song as a threat to black soldiers.
You'd wear. Ugh, God. Yeah, yeah.
So
So
it's
it's just this conclusion I've made about American society. Everything is slightly racist.
mhm.
Oh, I
I
know
mean,
everything is racist.
Like,
Everything is racist.
um, like 10 Little Indians. Like that is racist as hell because it replaced Indian with another word, same one as
yep.
um, um,
Before,
uh, yeah, and that was the original song. Uh, Still pretty racist though with the Indians, but whatever.
yeah.
Traffic is racist.
Which one?
Traffic.
Traffic is racist.
Yes. The
I
reason why
mean,
traffic is racist is because all highways could go in a direct straight line to the places they should have went to, but then we wouldn't have been able to plow down predominantly black and Latino neighborhoods. That's why they zigzag all over the place, which years later caused traffic. Literally everything in this country is related to racism. Eat racist, y'all.
yep.
Eat racist.
So, okay, which kind of brings me to a weird question. Like, now that we're aware of just how racist everything is, do you feel like we have to let it all go and start over? Or do we accept them as they are, acknowledge their history behind them, and keep them?
I mean, I am a fan of keeping it because there are still things to observe and learn from them. I mean, I'm not going to throw out Aesop's fables because it has a racist history to it.
Hmm.
I mean, let's think about the fact that all of these Grecian masters learned in Egypt from black teachers. So anything that you take from a Greek master that you wouldn't take as African history, it's racist.
Right. Outright.
Which is
So,
fair.
I mean, so much of it is tied in. What we really need to do is just accept that this is the world we have and we can do better. Like, no, we can do better. Gene Roddenberry, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. Gene Roddenberry said, when we evolve is when we acknowledge that each other's differences don't separate us, but make us better. Some paraphrase of that. So be the
That's
best
facts,
Ferengi
though.
Klingon human you can be.
Kapla.
Like, the things that I know about us being like humans and what makes us freaking dope, besides, like, the mountain of achievement that surrounds us and the ability that we're able to record this right now, is just, the way that we're able to, like, completely adapt into almost any situation. The way that we're able to look to the people to our left and right and be like, we're formulating a plan, we're going to do this, and we're going to make it through the night. And that we're able to fucking like Jason Voorhees pray. Like we can just walk down, pray forever, and that deer will just be like, and we're just still gonna be there pretty much at like a light jog. Like think about how psychotic, like we are so good at walking down prey that there are people who internally have become so rambunctious about it that they have to jog for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that. Remember that, people. Remember that, people. If you ever see people who disassociate while they're jogging, it's because your body's just like, I'm going to be hunting this creature down for days on end. Just might as well get used to moving in this straight line. Might as well get used to moving.
Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that the next time I go for a run.
Oh yeah.
Like literally my favorite form of exercise, so that's weird.
Yeah.
I told you.
You were
I told
you
you
were
a
a
long time
hunter.
ago. You would
You
be
were a
a
hunter.
dangerous person with a large hammer.
Apparently I'm very intimidating until I open my mouth, so that says a lot.
That's
got
what
that
inspired
once.
the bartender.
I had a lady once look at me when I walked into a gas station. And I was like, "Hi, can I get?" And she was like, "Your voice should be much deeper." I was like, "I'm sorry, let me do that again." "Hi, bitch. Could I get?" Is that what you wanted? Is that
Right.
what you wanted?
Give me 40 on number 3.
Yeah. Oh.
I wish the only thing I ever get when I surprise people is like the fucking butler and Mr. Deeds. They just turn around and like you're there.
Oh my god. Horrible memory burned into my mind. It's a little note for all of you. And there's a nude beach in San Francisco, and that's where young college Mark Simmons had the unfortunate displeasure of getting to see the very, very sneaky guy from Mr. Deeds make love to the Mr. Superman no here lady from Family Guy
Oh.
on her bus.
San Francisco, the city of things you can never unsee.
Hey, San Francisco is a magical city, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know what still exists?
The LSD water, but it's magical.
Sushi Tony still exists.
Of course it does.
Still
Someone
there, still standing.
Beat COVID, baby.
Yeah.
Beat COVID.
Oh my god, dude, you have no idea how excited I was to hear that from one of my customers because they live on Bush Street.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, you live on the best street. Okay, I need you to go down this Bush Street, Bush and what was it, Powell? Bush and Powell. There should be a sushi restaurant right there. Sushi Tony's? Yeah!
Best sushi place in the world. I love you, Chef Tony. I love you.
Sushi
I don't know.
Tony.
You're probably never gonna watch this stream, but you know
Nope.
what? I know you're out there, chief in a bowl,
Oh.
just enjoying yourself right now, making up
Speaking
$20 chef specials.
Speaking of institutions, we should have a moment of silence.
Oh
Oh no.
The White Horse closed down.
no!
And I don't know when.
I
I
heard that.
thought, yeah.
No. No. Oh no. Hold up. Hold on. Hold on. No.
Yep.
This calls for a drink. God dang it. No.
It was a sad day when I realized that. So much of this game was made in that bar.
Okay, real quick one. White Horse, you were too beautiful for this disgusting world. You were paradise in a really shitty place.
My favorite bar. The world took it from me. And when I say they took my favorite bar from me, they didn't just close it. They tore it down to the ground. It is literally just an empty lot now. They're like, nope, we're done. We're done.
Oh, wait, not only did they tear it down, there's nothing there to replace
Oh no,
it.
no, not the White Horse. This is a different bar. Different
I
bar.
know, I'm still, but
What
still.
bar?
Yeah, this is a bar out here in PA. It was called the Aluminum City Terrace Hotel. Yeah, it was the last. It was I called it the Wild West, man. You had no idea what was going on in there. It could be, mind you, this is not like this is just a bar that has like 4 rooms above it. They served food all night long. They did
Okay.
not stop, which was why I loved them in my heart. But you could walk in after hours, maybe grab a drink, maybe there was a World Star fight, maybe there was a stripper night, maybe there was a floating crap game, maybe you walked into like a UFC fight. You don't know. It's maybe there's like all these girls fighting each other, macing one another from the top floor. You don't know. You don't know what's gonna happen. You just know it's gonna be a crazy time. You just know
I can't imagine why they
I
said
don't
no
know why they
more
closed the
bids.
place. It's absurd.
Just
The
like
sheer
no,
audacity.
there's not enough sage in the world for this.
Like I said, they literally they're like, no, just plow that shit to the ground. I used to
Uh,
go there in the middle of the day sometimes whenever I was feeling down and low, and I'd be like, I'm better off than everyone here right now. This is a
right?
much better place to be. A drink for everyone, including myself, including
Oh,
myself.
and this was always the best part of the White Horse. Sorry to bring it back to San Francisco. If you
Oh,
showed
please.
up before 9 o'clock at the White Horse, you could get free hot dogs,
They
and you could
stopped
have as
that a
many as you
while
want.
ago. Those hot dogs kept me alive through college. But they
They
stopped
did.
that when they opened the kitchen, and that kitchen was bomb.
I didn't even get to try the kitchen. I'm so
Oh,
pissed.
Did
oh
you guys
man,
ever go to the Dildo Wars place?
No.
the
Wait,
armory.
No, wasn't this? I'm trying to think of where it was. It was like on my way to whenever I was dating Danny chick. So like I went over and it was like on Powell. Somewhere on Powell there was like an amateur strip club and they would have dildo war Wednesdays or dildo war Thursdays.
oh,
It
you're
was an
talking
amateur
about
night.
the Nob Hill male nude review.
No, 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 not the
No.
Knob Hill. No, this is a lady place. This is
No,
not a
that
Knob
was
Hill.
he's talking
This
about
was
one of the
down on.
places
This
further
was
up north.
down
You're
the
talking
hill.
about okay, that was, I believe that was a transsexual strip club.
Oh well, if it was, I don't even care because I got to go in there twice, and these ladies beat the absolute shit out of each other with fucking like they brought out like a garbage can full of like dildos, and most of them were like massive ones. They all lit up. There was one girl, she had a double sided one, full out Darth Maul, and they're just like whoop it, like no mercy, no holds bar. And
Freaking
this
tooth guys in your drink.
Like they would like I used to try to get in there every week, and they would be like, "Nah, get out of here, get out of here." I'm like, "Come on, just let me in." Like fucking, what am I gonna do? Like, Jack, I want to see fucking Dildo Wars, dude. Like, come
Yeah,
on, I'm a big fan of the franchise, big fan of the franchise. and if I got to go in one night I was able to fucking convince them to go in. That was the best fucking live performance. I've been to Broadway, I've been to fucking Madison Square Garden. Dildo Wars.
and you know what? That's why sex work should be legalized. And with that, I think we've gone far enough off topic of Ashe to say that we will call it for the night.
I like how we started it with the liberal agenda and we ended it with dildo wars. I like how we started it.
before we go, I just thought you guys should see what I was working on while we were talking.
I'd love to.
Ooh, I'm
Beautiful.
loving
You
it.
saw it live here, folks. The premiere of our new logo. Look at that shit. That's beautiful.
Oh, we've been waiting for this, and this looks wonderful. Oh my god.
Thank you to our resident artist.
Wait until you see it in color.
My friends, one more time. Where can they
Oh,
find you on social media if they want to hire you for such beautiful work?
You can always find me at EzraEon.com. Please check me out. I hope you like what you see. I do.
and please come over and check out some of my pictures of mold, spores, and fungi. Now I got wildflowers and fungus over at Kitten HDMI on Instagram. You can also hit me up right at Mark A.E. Simmons on Facebook, or just send me a little message and I'll be your voice acting voice, whatever you need me to do. Bar mitzvahs, birthday parties. Let me show up to your prom. I'll do it, kids.
And you can find me at Uncle Juneteenth on all of the socials. Once again, if you find me as something else, leave me alone. That's private. You can hire me for voiceover. You can hire me for stand up. You can hire me as your dungeon master. I can play in 5e systems. I can play in 5e compatible systems as well as any other role playing system you would like. Give me a week to read it. And then, of course, there's always Ashe. And with that, good night, my friends.
Gonna go get some seafood and start